And now look at Leo's making a mistake
He's
here.
getting under the neck.
Getting under the neck. Rombetsky's got that.
No hooks.
No hook on the side.
Mateusz Rombetsky has Dana White on his feet.
Hello and welcome to the very first EuroWatch of 2023. I'm John Gooden, and for every UFC event, I shine the light on some Europeans looking to make their mark on you good people on the weekend. Well, we're back, thank goodness, and we have a really good slate of fights this weekend, including some very talented athletes from the region. It is a new year, so let's kick off with a UFC newcomer, Mateusz Rombetsky. If you're watching from Poland, I'm pretty sure you have high hopes for Rombetsky, as he has looked devastating. 16-1, 14 finishes, and a 13-fight win streak, which he achieved on Dana White's Contender Series, and also where he was dubbed Rubisti by Dana post-fight. Prior to that, he was the long-time lightweight champ at Fight Exclusive Night. For a long time, Polish media have considered both he and Mateusz Gamrot to be the very best lightweights in Poland, and now we're lucky to have both men in the UFC. What to expect from Rombetsky? Well, he's action guaranteed, but I'm not sure what we'll see skill-wise. I can tell you he is a very high-level grappler. A BJJ black belt from Poland's most prolific BJJ team, the Berserkers team. He is a two-time Polish ADCC champ and a three-time BJJ European champ. But he has 8 wins by TKO or KO. It's worth me saying that the Berserkers team are not only a great grappling gym, they are also one of the most established MMA gyms in Poland, turning out top-level fighters. Rombetsky has been on the road in the last year, however, venturing over to American Top Team ahead of his Dana White's Contender Series appearance, but subsequently spending 6 months in Miami, honing his skills and getting ready for his debut. He was due to fight Omar Morales, which would have been a violent one, but he now gets fellow newcomer Nick Fiore, who is the latest man from the New England cartel, led by Rob Font and Calvin Kattar. So he's in the room with elite fighters. If we consider Morales is a top kickboxing stylist, Fiore is a grappling stylist. He hasn't seen the second round in his relatively short pro MMA career, but the change is certainly not a disadvantage for the Polish fighter who possesses real threats on the ground. A couple of other fun facts about Rombetsky: he shares the same management as Ilia Topuria, and they have actually trained together before. I'd pay to see that sparring footage. And interestingly, that association might influence whether Rombetsky decides to stay at 155 or drop to 145, where Topuria is now considered a contender. I say this as he's only 5'7" with a 66-inch reach. Also, Polish fans might be excited to hear his walkout music. I'm told it's disco polo, which translates exactly as it sounds, and is a hit at most weddings. And what's not to love about a wedding which ends in a good old-fashioned dust-up?
It's going to be a long 30 seconds for Edmund.
Shabazian just is so stuck here. Such a difficult position to get out when you're tired.
Oh,
he's got to keep fighting. That's it. That's it.
Nassourdine Imavov, welcome to the rankings.
Although I have talked about Nassourdine Imavov before here on EuroWatch, I wanted to give him another quick mention, as we're always learning more about these breakthrough fighters. Plus, I actually visited him in Paris before Christmas. This is his first stab at headlining a UFC card and everything that goes with it. His showing in Paris last September obviously impressed the matchmakers, where he demonstrated his popularity amongst the fans and also his ability to entertain in the octagon. Imavov told me that he got a little too emotional under the bright lights of the Accor Arena as he squared off against the bellicose Joaquin Buckley. It made for a highly charged fight though, and left us wanting to see more from Imavov, who is showing signs of being a contender at 185 pounds. It's a late change from Gastelum to Strickland, and if he gets past the Vegas man, it will launch him up the rankings, and he could be looking towards a title fight by 2024 should he finish the year with the right matchups. Umar Nurmagomedov hit 15-0 in 2022 and has an entertaining fixture with Raoni Barcelos to kick off his 2023 campaign. Nurmagomedov is of course the cousin of former lightweight champ Khabib and is part of the Eagles team that are just so dominant at the moment. You always want to watch Umar whenever he's in action. Although he shares the same name of his legendary cousin, he fights quite differently. There's a lovely fluidity and creativity to his striking, which makes him very difficult to read, but he can of course lean into that acquired Dagestani wrestling and ground fighting ability to get his work done, as he has already proved in the octagon. He faces Barcelos, who was touted as the next lighterweight prospect to emerge from Brazil, but he hit a few bumps in form. He bounced back in October, but faces a super tough challenge in Nurmagomedov, who will surely be looking to prove he's worthy of top 10 matchups going forward. That's it for this episode. Thank you for checking it out, and if you enjoyed it, by all means share it around. And most of all, enjoy the fights.